G'day guys, Ron here from Osborne Digital Marketing. Today I'm going to show you how to choose the best keywords for your blog posts. Let's jump into it. So now guys, whenever you are looking to research keywords for blog posts, it's important to consider that the old days of just being able to go away and pick one keyword and then rank for that keyword. If you had a website that was about, like I give this example, fishing rods, you sold, fishing tackle, all of that, but then you try and create a piece of content around how to sell basketballs, that's probably not going to fly, okay? I believe nowadays the main thing that Google is looking at, because you're trying to rank a website on Google, most likely, is that you have a topic cluster. So don't just think that you should be going after specifically just one keyword. You need to create a bit of a cluster. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you several different ways today on how you can go through and choose the best keywords for your blog post. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to determine what you're actually going after and then throw it into Google. So let's just say you're an attorney, or perhaps you own a law firm, you've won a law firm, and you're thinking about, okay, what type of blog post should I create for these guys or for myself? Start with Google. Google's the best thing. This is what you're trying to rank on. So start here and you can't go wrong. So back to the attorney example. So if I was to be like, okay, attorney, let's just do attorney. Let's see what comes up. Let's have a little bit of research. So we can just start to see the people also ask. Another great place to have a look, but I'll cover some sneaky little tips and tricks about a plugin that'll make your life easier. So now you can scroll through the SERP and you can actually have a look at what's being displayed. Obviously, with my pin drop being in Fort Lauderdale right now, it's showing things specifically to Fort Lauderdale. Now that's important. Why? Because let's just say you are doing an attorney. There's no real point trying to get traffic from, let's say, a different state. Like there's no point in trying to get traffic from New York to Florida. As an example, attorneys can't operate outside of their state lines. So that's why it's vitally important that you have a specific idea of the target keywords that you're going after. You would make sure that you focus on very relevant topics to what you're talking about. You don't want to be talking about stuff pertaining to New York. You want to be talking about stuff, in this example, if you're a lawyer in Fort Lauderdale. So what you want to do from here is you want to just go away and see what the SERP is rewarding, okay? Does that mean that you need to go away and create things specifically to Fort Lauderdale? No, you don't need to sit there and be like, how do I be the best lawyer in Fort Lauderdale? No, you don't need to create something along those lines. And this is applicable to e-com. This is applicable across every service, guys. So what you do from here, you start here, have a quick browse through the SERP, see what's being rewarded, see what's being talked about. Start with the seed keyword, the main topic, okay? You can come over to this thing here. Now this thing right here, this is called SEO Minion. It's a Chrome extension, completely free, guys. It's amazing. Why? Because you're able to scrape, as you can see, I've basically already, we use it all the time. See this, you'll see download PAA, which stands for people also ask, this thing right here. How is an attorney different from a lawyer? What is an attorney used for? Is it better to say lawyer or attorney? That's what this is. Now, if you go download, you can download multiple levels. And what that's going to do is it rips all of these questions away. So there'll be a lot of people also ask data there. So that's how you can get ideas to do the research for your, get the keywords for your blog post. So that's what you can do there. That's one way of doing it on Google. Another way, let me scroll all the way down to the bottom, is this bad boy right here. So the related searches things down here, perfect. Really, really good. Have a look down here. Now, yes, you're starting with your seed keyword, but you just want to see what's being rewarded in the SERP. Again, most people that I work with, their business is located in one geographical area. Yes, I do some other affiliate stuff and all of that on the side, but that's not the main thing that I operate. I work with clients. So we work in one geographical location. When you're creating blog posts, there's no point in creating something that doesn't really pertain and bring traffic to the site. It's a waste of time and a waste of money. So when you're doing the research, have a look at the related searches as well. There might be a bit of gold in there. So right now, we're not seeing anything. That was expected. So what would we do? Let's say we've downloaded the people also ask. It would spit out a CSV. Okay, there's nothing in there, which there would be, but let's just pretend. Okay, there's nothing there. What do we do now? Let me show you. Okay, so we tried that. We had no luck. Unfortunately, well, what do we do now? Well, let's check it out. Let's have a look at a couple of lawyers that are maybe at the Florida bar. That'd be a good one to have a look at. Let's scroll down, see any main lawyers. No, mainly directories. But I'm opening up, all right? I'm opening up some of my so-called competitors. Why? This is why. So what I want to do is I want to click on their websites. I want to open it up for this, for that green bar, guys. If you don't know what it is, it's the SEO Quake bar. It's the SEMrush. So SEMrush's tool. Now I'm just clicking on the traffic so I can go across. Now, why am I doing this? Let me show you why. This is the easiest way to do keyword research, okay? Easiest way to do keyword research. Do what your competitors have already done. In all honesty, if your competitors have something that's very valuable and very good, let's just say it's hard, like to start with a blank canvas. It's difficult. You start with Google, you go through, you might not find anything. What's the next step? Look at the competitors. Look at your competitors. So let's have a look. We can sit here and we can start scrolling through and be like, okay, so is there anything? It's like how to force quick word. Okay, that's an interesting one, how that's on here. But you can start to go through power of attorney in Florida requirements. Is that a good blog? Do you have is your lawyer, the attorney that you're working with, are they able to offer this service? Maybe they are. Well, there you go. There's a keyword idea. Okay, that's how you can start and to choose the best keywords for your blogs. So there's a keyword idea. Florida probate laws, no will, not really anything. Oh, here we go. Florida bar requirements for foreign lawyers. Perhaps you're looking at helping and assisting other lawyers over. There you go. There's another great idea for your blog posts. How to sign as a power of attorney in Florida. You would tie that in with the previous keyword that we had a look at. This is how you can go through. Now, keyword research is painstaking. It takes hours, but you want to make sure, and it should take you hours, because if you do it right, don't worry about it. Everything else will just come together. Yeah, you got to build the links and everything, but it comes together a lot easier. So if we jump over to this guy, let's have a look and see what they've got going on. So this is where it's really, really cool and really, really easy. Like I'm scrolling through right now, checking out my competitors. They did the research. They toiled through everything else. Well, I just sat here and looked at what they're ranking for. That's what you can do. So you can scroll through. You can have a look. Different type of criminal lawyers. What are the different types of criminal lawyers? I don't know. As an example, I know that there's specific individuals that, may work with DUIs, and then they might work specifically with criminal sort of stuff, but like maybe minor crimes, major crimes, I don't know. That'd be a great article. So if you own a criminal law firm, you can write that article. That can then support your content. The main thing that you always need to remember when you're creating blog posts, and it doesn't matter any keyword that you're choosing, you need to remember that that keyword is specifically picked out by you to help your other content, your service pages and everything else rank and get you leads. There is no point paying $150 for an article, taking the time to do all of this research, and then it just does nothing. So no, take the time, research the keyword, and always remember the purpose of the keyword. Here we go. How to become certified as a paralegal. Perhaps you need some paralegals in your office, whatever it is. But as you can see, this is a brilliant way at how you can try and find actual keywords for your blogs. So we've had a look. Let's just say that there isn't anything. No luck. We didn't find anything valuable. What do we do now? Okay, let's jump across to a tool. Let me open it up. Answer the public. This thing is brilliant. Okay, so awesome. Now you have a couple of searches a day that you can do. Let me just move this down. So let's just say, I think it's 5. I can't remember off the top of my head. Attorney. I'm pretty sure it's 5 free searches that you have a day. So what you can do is it'll give you this wheel. So we're starting with attorneys, like why attorney? But it starts to give you a bit of an idea. So you can scroll through and have a look. You can see how, and then it'll put the question, attorney, how to pronounce. Attorney, where's another one? How attorney in fact. I like putting it as data. Now you can see are attorney fees tax deductible? Great question. Perhaps you're a tax attorney. So this might be a great article for you. Abe, that's a bit of a hint, mate. But if any of this sort of stuff pertains to you, this is incredibly valuable. This is how you can do additional keyword research. Now, what do attorneys generally do? What attorneys make the most money? So perhaps you're creating something more in the educational niche. This is something that you would want to have. You want to encourage individuals and you want to do a bit of research. This is how you would go after it. When an attorney fee is awarded, when an attorney withdraws from a case, when attorney generally resigns in India. It's probably not relevant to us, but it could be. Attorney when buying a house. It's like maybe that could be turned into a longer tail keyword. So like, do you need an attorney when you're buying a house? Bang. That's a great keyword. So perhaps you facilitate the needs of individuals that are purchasing homes. That's another great way that you can do it. Now, I like that. Let's roll with this. So let's copy this. Now, I would strongly suggest, guys, start with a spreadsheet, and all of the ideas, all of the keywords that you start picking up, throw them in here. Some people will start by utilizing the seed keyword, which would be the main keyword that you're trying to choose to write a blog post about. I don't do it that way. I do it this way. I start with Google, I go through, I scrape the people also ask, check that out, see if there's anything relevant and popping in there. If there's not, I move across to these tools. I normally have a look at these tools anyway because I'll miss something, but then I just progress through. I actually look at the tools at the very last stages. So attorney when buying a house, like, do I need an attorney when buying a house? I think that's a really cool blog post. It's like, well, what are some things that each state's different. Each state has its own property legislation. So yeah, it's maybe you do, maybe you don't. So once I've gotten a keyword that I like, that I think could be valuable, what you want to do from here is you actually want to move across to assessing the keyword in the search tools. So in your SEMrush and in your Shine Ranker. So I like showing the Shine Ranker for a lot of people out there that don't know what it is. It's just a cheaper SEO tool. Perhaps you are a small business owner or anything like this. It's not a bad tool. Check it out. I do recommend it. So let's go keyword research. So what you can do, there might not be any specifics for this keyword overall that I'm typing in. So in Shine Ranker, what you can do is let's just even break it down to the original. Let's check this out. Let's see if there's any searches. Let's do it while we're waiting on that. Let's come over to SEMrush. And, 2 birds with 1 stone, guys. Let's do that. Okay. And didn't copy over the main. Thank you very much. Awesome. Okay, so you can start to see attorney when buying a house. It's not many searches. 30 for the complete long tail keyword, but that's okay. That's okay. Honestly, like I was saying before, you don't need to have 1,000 searches. Those days are gone, guys. They're gone. Honestly, I do not recommend just trying to have a website about this and then talking about this, or going after that one keyword and not having any supporting content. Now, I have a video specifically made for creating content in silos, how to actually make one with entities and all that cool stuff, show you how to scrape entities and put it all together. I'll link that up above, down below. It'll be there. Check that out. But when it comes to this sort of stuff, that is enough for me. I would write an article around this. I definitely would write an article around this. I'd do a little bit more research, but when I'm trying to choose the best keywords for blog posts, I would like this. It's informative, and not only is it informative, you're a little bit further down the funnel. So as an example, like this is quite relevant, and when it's longer tailed keywords, someone's really looking for something specific. So they're looking at purchasing a house. Now, if you write a great piece of content, and it's compelling and it's got a great call to action in it, there's a lead for you from a blog post. Not a lot of people get leads from blog posts, but it's possible on something like this. So when you are choosing the best keywords for your blog post, structure it in this way. Start with Google. Look at the section of the people also ask. Move down to the related searches. Check that out. If there's nothing there, progress on to the answer the public tool. So this thing up here, check that out. Super, super cool, super awesome. Get your ideas from there. Have a look, scrape your competitors like I did, throw them into SEMrush and assess them. Check them out there. See if it's relevant. See what's going on. Let's jump back over to Shine Ranker, and you can see if there's any. Why is a lawyer needed when buying a house? According to the variations that they have, doesn't really show as much as SEMrush. But this is where you can, again, this is why I use the tools to then build on the idea. So once that's done, you'd grab that keyword and you'd throw it in these tools and you'd have a look at it. Like, okay, why do I need an attorney? There's 40 searches over here. Why do you need a lawyer to buy a house? Why do you need a lawyer when buying a house? For buying a house, excuse me. But that's how you'd look at it. That's why this is very, very powerful. When you're choosing your keywords for your blog post, make sure you have a look at that. Make sure you run through it in that way. If you have any questions or you want to learn more, hit me up. If I've answered the question of how to choose the best keywords for blog posts, make sure you like and subscribe because I have plenty more coming out. Have a great day. Cheers.